So this is another drawing video. It's drawing Gojo, and I'm drawing it from different angles. So where to start? I tend to use the Loomis method. It makes it nice and easy. It breaks the face down into different sections, and I find it works on like most angles. Now, it's not for everyone. There are other methods that you can use, and I've done some videos about the different methods. I got used to drawing with this one and I find it really helpful. You basically draw a circle, you split it in half. That's kind of where the eyebrows go. The eyes are a bit lower down, and then the nose is at the bottom of the circle. You add another third, and that's where your chin goes. So once you get the basic shapes down, you start to do the bigger shapes on the image, and that just means you can like start to lay stuff out without really committing to like fine details, as it were. The bandage here I found is like one of the bigger details on him, like especially early in the mangas, because like he doesn't really show his eyes until actually this I think this is the first one where he shows his eyes. Um and it just like it is the main bit of his character. It's part of the reason why I actually really like him. I actually think he's one of the better characters in Jujutsu Kasian, and I don't put no spoilers or anything out. So yeah, it's a tricky one. I actually liked his character, and I think his character's like really well written and really well drawn as well. So yeah, once you've started to get the basic shapes down, you can start to add the details. Now I'm copying from the manga because I'm actually trying to replicate it. And I actually like drawing from the manga pages because I do think the art is slightly different. And for me, as I'm trying to write my own manga, this is what I'm trying to focus on. This video does have like three different angles, so feel free to fast forward to an angle that you think is one you want to draw maybe, or want to try and draw. This is actual pace. I haven't fast forwarded it, I haven't sped it up or slow it down. Sorry about that. So yeah, it should be easy just to follow along. Again, like I decided to make some changes. That's perfectly fine. You like the pencil's guidelines. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not a given that you have to follow it step by step like that. And yeah, like this is almost this one done. And like I'm happy with how this is turning out. I'm not gonna shade it. Obviously, you could color in the black area for the blindfold and for the top of his jacket there, but I'm not gonna do that on this one. Please remember, if you have liked this video and you've watched this far, why not give it a share? Why not give it a like? Why not even just put a comment down? Tell me what you think. Tell me who your favorite character is. But yeah, it does really help the channel. It does really help the post, and it's really appreciated. So if you have done that, thank you so much. You're like, it means a lot. And if you're still here, this is the second head. Like this is more of a front on view, slightly down, pointing. So that's why with this one, like I know it's still the same method, but I've drawn a semicircle. I saw this done on the channel, and I just think it's really smart. It helps you to remember that the head's at an angle, so things have to be tilted down and curved slightly more. So I think that's super easy to forget as you're drawing, but really important to try and just make sure you get that there. Um, I think with this, like the mouth is super important, and I think in the manga, it's like he's quite expressive, and also I like the way that when they get further away, like, they just become little circles, or they get the cartoony elements to it. I think that's a cool way of showing the character and the personality. With this one, I've done the same method, did the Loomis method. Um, the mouth's just a bit wider, following the basic shapes as well. So the mouth here is actually probably wider than it would normally be, but I think that's to emphasize the cheesy grin. Normally, it only goes like halfway across the eyes, and the nose width is about a third. Um, but it can change from person to person, and obviously this is trying to really show the emphasis of the cheesy grin that he can have at times. I started to go dark without doing the hair on top, just because I was like, the hair I can adjust um, as I go along. Like, this bit is the bit that's actually super important to get right, because the proportions kind of all come off of this part of the head. So again, I'm not gonna shade this. I'm just gonna let it just be a line drawing. Even though like the bold bits would normally be fine. I just wanted to show how I would draw this as it was, and if you want to add shading and stuff, if you're doing this, then feel free to color in the bandage, the jacket, and all that kind of stuff. This is the second angle, so obviously there's the third one as well. If you're struggling to keep up, always press pause, or if it's not going fast enough, you can always just skip along or play double speed, depending on where you are in drawing if you're following along. I also hope you're finding these videos helpful, or like you're getting something from it. So if you are, then please let me know, and if I could do anything different to make it better, then also let me know, because I'm always trying to reflect and trying to grow in this process. So this is the third and final angle that I'm drawing, and it's also the only one without the bandage over his eyes, really revealing the fact that he's got like something unique about his eyes. And actually, at this stage of the manga, like, it's not too known why he really wears the bandage. Um, if you're still here, then thank you so much. We appreciate you. I used the Loomis method again for this one, like I said, for all three angles. For this one, like, I made a few mistakes as I was sketching out. I think, I don't know, I was just, my brain switched off. So it started off with these mistakes, and this is what I mean by these are guidelines. Like, I've looked at it, I'm like, that's not right. So I didn't correct it straight away. I think I did notice it, but I was like, I'll correct that after I've laid out a few other parts and just correct it as I go. Um, and so this is where I'm like, let me draw it come across, and because also like part of his face is hidden, right? So I'm like, that's fine. Let me work out where stuff goes, and then I can add changes. But I think always reflect, take a second, look back, and work out if it's looking how you want it to look, or if you need to change some things up. So I think doing things like this, actually like getting it from the manga too, helps you to look at how you can do stuff when you're drawing like your own manga or comment, and how like each panel like you can make look different, or like by doing the eyes slightly different, or doing the nose different, or the shading, like where the shadows go, just to keep the panels fresh. I think it's a great way of exploring and experimenting. And like there's a lot of anime where it's like you watch different animes, and like they have the same scene. It's just like it's done in a really slightly different way, and it's not copying. It's like stealing like an artist. That's like the saying, isn't it? Like, you still like an artist. So you take it, you adapt it, you make it your own, and you keep it moving. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's a great skill to try and like develop. And again, it is a skill. It does need developing, and like at each moment, like we all take our inspiration from somewhere else, you know. Um, I did all the features first on this, and then worried about the face shape and everything, and then started adding the hair, because I thought the hair was like a major part of this. Like, it interacted with the facial features more than on the others, because of the bandage putting the hair up and away from the face. This one, obviously, I felt like it incorporated a bit more, so to help make sure the ear and the eyes and everything was in the right place, I did need to focus on the hair. So I'm coming towards the end of this video. Like, I've got a few adjustments to make. I've got to finish off the hair and stuff. But I just want to say, if you're still watching, then thank you so much. Like, again, appreciate it. Here I go. Here's where I'm changing the thing. I changed it for worse, but I'm like, this is like, I changed it to come out like this is the bit, and then I was like, oh, I can shade it. No, that's fine. It actually works, not too bad. Um, again, I didn't like shade in all the jacket. I shaded it in like super light roughly just because it's so close to the other one. I wanted to make sure there's a distinction. Um, but then also add in the finger just to show like why. Like I'm not trying to draw the whole thing, but just that indication of that's where the hand would be, you know. I also then moved the ear up because I was like, I don't want it to be hidden. Like, why has that happened? And it's important to reflect why, because when we do reflect why, like it allows us to make like the learning and the progression, right? So I just did that with the ear. I moved it up slightly and just finished it off with the hair. So thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video and have a blessed and wonderful day.